Let's start. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you on behalf of Kirin Advisors. I welcome you all to the conference call of Shree OSFM E-Mobility Limited. From management team, we have Mr. Nitin Shanbag, Chairman, R.C. Patil, Managing Director, and T. Shiva Sandhi, Chief Financial Officer. Now I hand it over to Mr. Nitin Shanbag for opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you all participants for joining on a Wednesday afternoon. It's good to see all of you out here. And we are proud and pleased to share our progress over the last couple of years. I'll just give you a brief introduction. We are a 21-year-old company in the people mobility business and have been consistently growing at a pace of 15 to 20% compounded annual growth. We are a Mumbai-based headquartered company and our presence is pan-India. We had a very good run, 23 post-COVID, where the world was facing tough times. And as was usual, every business was taking a hit. But we were very optimistic because we were constantly in touch with our clients and clients had complete confidence in us. So 23 was a good recovery year and 24 we registered with a good 44% hike on 23. So going forward, we see a very robust growth. In around November 23, we came out with the IPO, which was a good success. Thanks to all the investors, thanks to all our advisors and our management team, which has been with us. Our not only our management team, our entire employee strength, who continued to be with us even during the tough pandemic times. That was, I personally as a chairman measured that as a success because those were completely unknown times. Retaining the confidence of our employees. Till then, we were not in the public sector, so it was very important for our clients to have confidence in us, and more than the clients, the employees to have confidence in us that this company will offer a great future. That has completely reflected in our 23 balance sheet, in our 23 turnover, and the progress and the growth that we have registered in 24. 24, we closed at 119 crores, which is evident. I think everybody has the reports that we've shared. Going forward, we are going to leapfrog. We are going to have a very good, robust growth. The pipelines are already in place. My entire team and our clients have shown complete confidence in the management to take this forward. So on a very conservative note,
Sorry, sir, we can't hear you.
Who can run through the financial figures of 24? Is that good enough?
Yes.
Or do we take the Q&A now or take the Q&A later?
We'll take the Q&A later.
Okay, fine.
You can explain the financial overview.
You want me to do that or the CFO will do it?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm taking over.
Yeah, please do that, Shiva, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Shiva here, representing Shree OSFM E-Mobility. I have great pleasure to present you the results. You must be having, all of them must be having the copy, but I will just run through that. In FY24, our company achieved significant financial growth compared to financial year 23. Total income rose to 119.06 crores from 82 crores, marking a 44% increase. EBITDA improved substantially, reaching 14.15 up from 8.24, reflecting a growth of 71.75%. This also led to an increase in EBITDA margin, which rose from 9.97 to 11.89, a change of 1.9 basis points. Net profit showed a remarkable rise, climbing to 8.10 crores from 2.91 crores, which is almost 178% increase. This growth in profitability improved the net profit margin from 3.53 to 6.81%, a gain of 3.28 basis points. In conclusion, I would like to present that FY24 has been a transformative year for the company. With our recent listing on NSE, strategic funding initiatives, and robust operational achievements, we are well positioned for continued growth and excellence. Our commitment to quality, customer satisfaction, and sustainable practices remains steadfast as we aim to further enhance our service offerings and expand our market presence. That's it from my side. We can, if any Q&As are there, we can open it.
Thank you, Shiva sir.
Yeah.
Now we are opening the floor for the Q&A session. So first, a question is from Vivek N.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. So thanks to Kirin team for organizing this. My question to the management is, you posted a spectacular result, and I'd like to understand, did this come as a surprise to the market, or were you always guiding for this performance? And if you can also give a guidance for the year to follow, understanding that you are a SME company and obligated to only announce your results half yearly. So there is usually in SME, companies, the stocks are pretty volatile because there's not much of information flow between two announcement of results between, in a 6 monthly period. So having a long-term guidance of a year or two will help us gauge the sector and the company and how we're looking at things. Thank you.
So shall I take this question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, come again. Come again with your name, please.
Vivek. Vivek is my name.
Yeah, Vivek. Thank you. You have really pinpointed. Your question is a very pinpointed question, especially in the SME segment. We go 20 years back and operated as a private limited company. You're perfectly right. Okay, but we have been a completely transparent company internally and externally. We continue to do that because that's been our DNA. One. Second is this growth is the growth that was planned. We work on a very focused kind of a performance because earlier we were running this company for ourselves and our employees and our clients. Today the scope has expanded to our shareholders. The underlying principle is very simple. We have not lost a single year. There has not been a single year where we made losses. Our focus is very clear. Any business has to make money. Any business has to make profit. This IPO is a super additional booster for us to go to the next level, which is reflecting in the growth of our next year's conservative projection is 35 to 40% conservative, ultra conservative growth, because unfortunately, as you rightly said, SME or any, it is better to be under committing and over performing. That's the model. But yes, 40%, 35 to 40% growth is assured. This is the mapping of just the organic growth. We also have in pipeline, when we have had extended discussions where we are looking at inorganic growth also. But we are going to be extremely selective about the companies that we choose to be a part of us in the inorganic sector. So does that help you, Vivek?
Yes, if you can also throw light on what is the growth strategy, both organic and inorganic? Because organic means you're obviously going to have, as you have mentioned, and from your website, you have opened a lot of offices across the country. So obviously coverage is increasing. We will probably penetrate by having more vehicles, which is, I think, the proceeds of the objective of the IPO is also that.
Correct.
So you are bulking yourself for covering the mainstream market, which is, the MNCs and other companies that you've been catering to. So that is one
Correct.
question.
Right.
Second is, when you mentioned inorganic, what percentage of your growth would come from inorganic? What are those strategies? And what percentage of growth is expected to come from organic? And since you said you're going to guide for, let's say, 40 to 50% growth in the near future, how are you looking to generate that 40 to 50? Is it going to be organic? How much organic? How much inorganic?
As of now, as I said, Vivek, we are in discussions with inorganic partners. We have always run this company on a purely organic basis. So just for the sake of a top line, we are not going to go blindly into the inorganic sector. We are going to be very choosy about which companies we select, because there is a cultural adjustment also that is required. So the projections that we are giving is completely controlled projection that we have in the inorganic sector. In the inorganic sector, probably by the next 3 months or 4 months, we'll be able to give you a correct projection about once having identified the companies that we would want to acquire. So right now the projection is pure play organic. Yeah, but I can give you an indication of about 20%. 20% could probably come, over and above the organic. 20% could come from the inorganic side.
Okay, thank you. My final question is, you are probably among the very few listed players in this particular segment, which is called people movement, if I understand right.
Correct.
It isn't a very established market in terms of the listed universe. I'm sure the unlisted, there are plentiful companies.
Correct.
So if you have to look at the listed market, is Avis and what other firms would be the kind of firms globally that we'll try to understand to see how the market is developed and what really is, as they say, right, what is the destiny for this sector of companies? Am I audible?
Yeah, you are. Am I audible to you?
Yes, now.
Yeah, okay. See, now these kind of progressions, we were the first ones to get listed. Thanks to our advisors, thanks to our, we jumped into the SME market. And as things progress, yes, we will be more visible. Maybe there will be more companies who would want to come into the SME IPO segment. And a journey can be set. There will be benchmarks. There will be, companies where you can compare. So yes, the journey has that's why we are confident. The journey has completely started, which will also help, into consolidating the market from a organized sector. Unfortunately, this was considered as an unorganized sector, but with these steps like IPO, multiple other partners joining in, other companies coming in, it will be more or less an organized sector.
Yes, I asked for listed firms globally, which we can look at. Is Avis a listed firm that you consider as one of the?
Avis is not listed in India.
Okay, I'm saying globally, anywhere globally.
Yeah, globally, honestly, I don't know. The entire focus now is moving towards green energy, green fuel. So how Avis has not been a major player even in the India market for the e-initiative.
Okay, so Blue Smart, I think probably in India, Blue Smart kind of companies, unlisted, are peers in the fray. Okay,
Correct.
I'll probably stop now because there's an audience, and I'll probably get back into the queue. Thank you.
Vivek,
Sure, Vivek.
Vivek, I would like to add something here. For the benefit of shareholders, and upcoming new shareholders who are going to join, we are planning regular presentations like this with company updates. So
Yeah,
you don't have to wait for a half yearly or a yearly update.
yes, that will be very helpful.
Yeah.
And if you have a deck already on your website, then probably I can look it up. If you don't have,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we'll have to wait.
Yeah. So that we are planning.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Next question is from Pranay Jain. Sir, I have unmuted your line. You can ask your question.
Thanks. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Great. Thanks for this inaugural call that we are attending. And like your colleague said, we hope that this can continue at least on a quarterly basis, if not half yearly. At least that is the expectation we can have. So
Surely, we will do that,
Great. So my question is, could you help provide segmental revenue contribution across fleet, event management, travel desk, and roster? And how do you expect these pieces to grow or scale up over the next couple of years, given where your thrust lies on fleet, I understand. But how would the other pieces also contribute?
Pranay, there is a certain internal information. Over the period of, we would talk to you about the consolidated company growth sector-wise within the scope of our offerings, our verticals. So maybe in the near future, we'll be a little more clear in terms of offering you, or maybe on a specific one-on-one level, we'll be able to offer you that, because specific information generally doesn't help the shareholder in assessing, right? It is generally the larger turnover that matters.
I agree, but for FY24 at least, the year that is closed, will you be able to provide that?
Shiva, can you take this up?
Yeah. Sir, we are majorly focused for MNC clients and ITES, as you must have seen on the website.
Yes.
So our major focus is on continuity of business. For example, now you are saying logistics for corporate event, which is a one-time event. Like for example, some big organization or a government organization or a big event happens. So they require a fleet of buses or cars. But our major focus is on MNC business, which is like, substantially continuity is there. The contracts are signed for 3 to 5 years. So majorly 95% will be from our regular employee transportation movement.
I understand.
Yeah.
So fleet will
like,
account for the bulk.
It will be something like extra income for us, when, for example, something like a Commonwealth Games or Asian Games happen on a biggest level, or like, recently our Modi had addressed, they require huge number of vehicles from outside.
This
So
is helpful to understand.
Yeah.
But for FY24, is it possible to get a sense how much fleet accounted for and event management accounted for how much?
No. I would. That is why I'm saying, 90 to 95% is from fleet employee movement.
Okay. And regarding this, I wanted to understand, since most of our clients, like you said, are MNC, a lot of them are on the tech, some
Yeah.
on the aviation.
Yeah.
So, could you at least tell us what is the logo addition or the client addition that we have had in recent months? And also, what is the increase in wallet share that we have experienced in the year gone by from the existing clients, as per the contract that we have signed for the next 3 years or so that you have indicated?
To give you a feedback from last, whatever has happened, last 10 years, we have not lost a single client.
That is commendable.
Yeah. And because of our quality and services at all times, we are the first mover advantage. Like anything happens, any expansion, any additional requirement by the MNCs or anybody, we are first invited to, give our capabilities.
That is excellent. That is very heartening to know.
Yeah, and our website contains all the clients' latest which is there, and some of the
Yes,
projects we are,
but
lined up, are in the signing mode.
so those which are signed or those
Ah.
which are shareable, I was asking what is the number of logo additions we have had in the recent months or in last year? Like for example, in FY23, how many clients did we have? And as of FY24, what are the clients that we are closing with? The number.
The
And
number for 23 and 24 will be almost similar, and we can only look at adding more companies. Shambhag sir, right? Am I right?
Yeah, Pranay, we will be able to give you a consolidated information, not piecemeal information, because we are in a very competitive market. Okay,
yes,
and
so I'm happy to get the
yeah.
consolidated number if you can share the change in FY24.
No, Pranay, at the end of the day, all this contribution comes from the clients, whether it's a B2B, B2C, event management, or any of these kind of things. For us to go into the micro thing is something that we'll have to talk to our legal. We'll also talk to our other advisors that is it feasible. You are a well wisher, but we have competitors also in the business.
I understand, and I also gather the sensitivity of this. I'm not looking for names if you cannot share that, but let's say if you had X number of clients in FY23, at FY24, is it X plus 5 or 10?
That information definitely we will share with you. We will mark it as soon as this call is over. Yes, the addition that we have had clients over 23. Yes, that is a specific information that we can give you. Shiva sir.
Yes,
sir.
You can ask our sales team to prepare this, saying that in 23 we had X number of customers, 24 this is the addition. And
shortly after this con call, by evening, we are uploading a detailed presentation of the company also, Mr. Pranay.
Thank you.
Which will have a complete list of the clients. And to answer your specific question, like last 2-3 logos which have L&T Mindtree is there, British Telecom has been added, and Alliant Group has been added.
Shiva sir, I think we can share that information on a consolidated model.
Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
Post our meeting.
Fine.
Thank you for.
So Jain sir, Pranay sir will definitely send it across to you. If you share your email ID with Kirin Advisors, we'll do that for you.
It is already shared with them, and I look forward to going through this thing.
Sure, Pranay.
Attached to the same question is the second part. Since you are aware of the competitive nature of the business, just wanted to understand how are we looking to differentiate. One is quality of service and being flexible to our customers' requirements. I understand that, which is why we have never lost a client, and we are perhaps only gaining wallet share, and that kind of reference list is helping build customers in the same segments and from other sectors. I understand all these positives, but strategically, is it possible to share how are we going to differentiate? Though the market size is big, but any different things we are doing compared to competition like WTI Cabs or Meru or whichever other names there are on your board list?
Pranay, what we differentiate, as I told you, my top line, my EBIT, my PBT will reflect how am I different. The very fact that we are growing and we are continuing to grow and add, there's something specific. So as I said, Pranay, there are certain things. I'm in a competitive market, and I understand you've done your study well because you've named WTI, you named Meru. Okay. So you have definitely done an industry sector study. So for us to share the information as to why we stand out or what is it that we are going to do differently, we will not be able to share that, Pranay, as of at the moment.
All right.
Yeah, we will. You see, at the end of the day, my top line is going to grow from my customers putting that trust in us and giving us more business. Yes, you are very clear, and we are very clear. Our main thrust is going to be we are a pan-India company, headquartered in Mumbai, Our percentage share pan India was low. That is where our thrust is going to be, and that is where it's all going to come in. As far as sectoral things are concerned, yes, we have a couple of things in the pipeline, and that will get reflected. That's why this guidance is a muted guidance.
I appreciate your conservative guidance, and I also sort of commend your candid nature. You are in the process of understanding what can be shared, and your strategy is still being developed. I gather that. So I will just ask one last piece. What is the outlook on the number of vehicles we look to have in FY25-26, and how many cities do we want to operate in, or how many train drivers do we want to have? I know you perhaps will not be able to give whether how much of them are on salary versus revenue sharing, but at least whatever in terms of footprint, vehicles, the kind of vehicles will be EVs, if you can pass that information.
Pranay, we are asset light specialist. We are an aggregator specialist. Yes, the focus and the thrust is in fact, we went to the market with a clear-cut focus, which reflects in the company. We are an e-mobility company, so our complete focus is on that, coupled with their experience and expertise of a asset light model. Numbers, yes, numbers. There are certain numbers that we have mentioned in the RHP during the filing document. Over and above that, our entire focus, in fact, today 95 or 96% of the vehicle fleet that we have is completely asset light.
Got it. It's just that your site says that we are in 10 cities.
Yes.
So I want to know what will be our footprint a year or two down the line, and how many vehicles from 1400 will we grow to?
Conservative estimate, I think, if I match it up with what I've said, you can easily take it as a 30%, since we have mentioned a 35 to 40% growth. That 40% growth would be the addition in the fleet. Now, whether the composition is going to be a EV, whether an electric bus, that remains to be seen, depending on the market situations, that particular market, what it demands.
Got it. And if I may ask one fine question, is airport transport, hotel transport an important business, or it's a small growing business while the focus remains on catering to IT, MNC, BPO players?
No, we have airlines as our customers, and we are expanding the footprint. We are expanding that footprint.
No, I
All
think,
right.
Mr.
Thank you.
Pranay, you want to know whether we are going into taxi service at airports, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right now our focus is not there, but we are servicing a lot of airlines of pick up and drop for their pilots and crew. B2B.
Got it. So
Yeah,
we are not
B2C
currently looking at airport having our taxi
No,
station at
no,
airport.
B2C we are right now not looking at. We
Okay.
may look at into the future once the fleet size may grow.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Pranav, one of the things is in this. Yes, it is in the pipeline, and our entry there could be a possibility of a inorganic growth. Let me give you that indicator.
Thank you, and all the very best for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranay.
We have long queue of participants waiting to ask questions. So please, we will restrict the questions for 2 per participant.
Sure.
Next question is from Agastya Dave. Sir, I have unmuted your line. You can ask your question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are, sir.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. A lot of the questions that I wanted to ask have been asked and answered. So thank you for that, sir. There were just 2 clarifications. In the financials that you've reported, I see that the depreciation is actually a negative entry. and there is a substantial drop in depreciation. So I'm pretty sure there is some explanation for that. If you can give that, it's like I think a swing of around 3.5 crores. So what exactly happened there? Uh, Second, what you have bunched up together as operating expenses, can you go through them? I am trying to figure out the margin expansion which has happened. What exactly has led to that? If you are an asset-light model, which clearly is reflected through your balance sheet, I was just wondering what kind of operating leverage your P&L will have because you don't have that much of an asset base. These are the two questions.
Mr. Agastya, regarding depreciation, actually a full year depreciation was taken into consideration instead of 6 months. So that is the difference in that depreciation part. And
Okay.
into the second question of what was it? Margin?
So if I look at your, so just coming initially to this depreciation thing, why was this done? In 6 months, you have taken the entire year's depreciation. Why was this done?
Yeah.
It's not in accordance with the matching principle of accounting, right? You have like the first half was like dramatically understated, and it seems that the second half is slightly overstated. So why was this done? This depreciation entry like this?
Hi everyone, this is Kiran from accounts team.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I want to answer that question. Actually, in the first half, we have, we can say, wrongly put the depreciation we have treated full year depreciation as an expenditure in the first half. That's the only
Okay.
reason by which the depreciation has been increased in the 6 months, and later on we have revised that depreciation. In the full year, we have.
Acha. Acha. Okay, I get the picture. So basically, I need to half the total depreciation is split into two
Right.
halves, right? That would give the right picture.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Second, sir, the second question was this operating expense line item that you have, which is the A point of the point C in your P&L. What costs are added there? Is there a breakup of that if possible? Is it completely variable in nature? This will grow proportionate to the revenue, or will it be? I mean, are there any fixed charges here?
Agastya, what I would like to, we can send you the details separately
Okay.
to answer your query. You can drop your email ID on that query list,
It is operating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that
Okay.
will, yeah.
No, because I was just trying to figure out what exactly is the true reflection of the EBITDA. So you guided for the revenue growth for the coming year. What should be the EBITDA margin that we should be anticipating? Should it be equivalent to the full year EBITDA that you have reported? EBITDA margin that you have reported?
Hello. Hi, this is Kiran here again.
Yes, sir.
Actually, in 23-24, the fixed expenditures like you can say the semi-variable expenditure, that is employee expenditure, remains same for the year 23-24 as it was year 22-23. That's the main reason that our EBITDA has been increased by 1.91% because our employee expenditure, and that is the major.
Employee expenditure has actually gone up by almost 50%.
No, actually, employee expenditure doesn't gone up by 50% because prior in the 22-23, we are doing the business by 10 to 15% of our business is on sub-vendorship model. But in 23-24, we have done the business directly under our supervision, and that's the reason we have hired a few more employees to do that business. That's the reason that.
Okay, I think there is something off here because your reported number says that employee expenses went from 4 crores to 6.5 crores, 4.2 crores to 6.5 crores, which is 50%, right?
Right.
I guess you are talking about something which is included in operating expense, right?
Yeah, actually, the main reason, as I said, in 22-23, we have 15 to 20% business which are on sub-vendorship model. That means the expenditure has been borne by the sub-vendors. But in 23-24, we are doing our 100% business on our own supervision. So the employee expenditure has been increased by that much amount.
Okay, I am not sure that I got the answer, but So again, can you give some idea as to what kind of EBITDA margins we can bake in for next year?
For next year. That means for 24-25.
Can I take this question, please? Agastya?
This year you have roughly reported 11-12%. Next year, can we expect a similar number?
You can expect, Agastya, you can expect better numbers than this. Let me give
Okay,
you a
cool.
small clip on, what.
Right.
See, we had just, in 22-23, we had just come out of COVID. In my opening
understand,
remarks, I said, in
Right,
my
right,
opening
right.
remarks, in my opening remarks, I said, we were lucky to retain people,
Right.
right? But we
Right.
couldn't retain. Pre-COVID, my employee strength was 260 employees pan-India.
Right.
During the COVID period, the top and the middle management we could hold on to.
Right.
People down the line, the ground supervisors and all, the ground force, though we wanted to retain them, some of them were not ready to take pay cuts and stuff like that.
Very understandable, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so we had to let go, or we couldn't hold them back. That's the reality. That's the fact of the
Right.
matter. Okay.
Right. Right.
Now, when we got out of that thing, the actual year was 22-23.
Right.
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 So we were suddenly. So the situation that had happened was that the business came back, but we
I
did not have the necessary manpower to manage the business.
Yeah, got it.
So
Okay.
we went in for a slightly expensive model, which is called a sub-vending model,
Understood.
where your operating expenses on a supplier side shoot up, but your internal expenses go down because you don't have that
Right.
many. But when you do a cost escalation, when you do a cost benefit analysis, because that's what we've been doing pre-COVID. Our success has been we are a direct company. In our asset light model, we are not the sub-vending type of a model. You got it?
Yep.
So I had to increase my cost, and honestly, that increased cost came of somebody who was working with me for, let's say, $40,000. When I had to bring him in after a year's break or something, I had to pay him much higher than the normal. If you'd have continued with me with a 5%, 10% year-on-year increment, I had to bring him with a 30, 40, 50% increment.
I got it, sir.
So that is the differential.
Yeah, making sense.
Yeah, so that
Right.
is the differential. Now, if you see
Got
the
it, sir.
trajectory, see, my request to all the stakeholders, all the participants here is see the trajectory, see the growth trajectory that we have.
Right.
From 23, 22, 23, 23, 24.
Right.
I don't see anything in the pipe. In fact, right now it's a gung-ho period. We are sufficiently funded. We have a great team. We have a great advisors. Clients' confidence is completely there with us. We have a 1+, in an unorganized market, we are the first ones to go organized. So all those factors are a gung-ho factor for us to take it to the next level.
Right, sir.
But in our DNA, in the company culture, we are a very conservative company in terms of, my management team's mool mantra is undercommit, overperform.
Right, sir.
Okay, Agastya, what would you want me to do, isn't it?
Agastya,
I also appreciate, sir. I am done with the question, sir. I really appreciate your initiative that you've said that there will be more frequent updates, because my fellow participants are right. The biggest challenge is there is a huge gap between any sort of information. So if you can do like a quarterly, you don't need to have audited results. You don't have to like a formal P&L presented, but a rough idea that what is the progress. So because 6 months is a really long time without getting any understanding of how the business is progressing.
Agastya, we are
So I
working on
thank you very much, sir.
Agastya, we are working on that, and we'll be, doing regular updates. And to answer that EBITDA question, we will be continuing that figures what we have given. We'll be able to manage that growth.
Excellent, sir. The opportunity seems to be very good, sir. All the best, sir. Thank you very much for holding the call as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Agastya. Thank you. And thank you for the feedback, Agastya.
Next question is from Chirag Jain. Sir, I have unmuted your line. Please go ahead and ask your question. Can you hear me, Chirag sir?
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are audible, Chirag sir.
So congrats for the set of numbers. My first question was on the car side. What is the current utilization of each car in number of hours, and what type of cars we own, and what is the average cost of a car that we own or lease?
Okay. I will take that question, Shiva.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Chirag, step by step, the cars that we have are in the category of sedan, SUV, mainly in the SUV category, we have the Ertigas, and in the higher end segment, we have the Innova Cristas. In the mass transportation, we have AC and non-AC buses, right from tempo travelers, which are 17 seaters, right up to 35 seaters. So that's the fleet mix that we have.
Okay.
Am I clear, Chirag?
Yeah, that's very, very clear. Second, on the average cost of car average cost I will be able to calculate. Number of each car being used. So can you give a?
Yeah, correctly. Yes. That is one of the efforts that we have. Presently, our utilization is around 12 to 14 hours, 26 days a month.
14 hours.
12 to 14 hours per day, 26 days a month.
Okay, fair enough.
Now our focus is to get it, we are devising a strategy of asset utilization, higher asset utilization to the extent of maybe it's already on the drawing board. 50% of our fleet will probably run 24/7, 26 days a month.
Okay, so we would be requiring more manpower for that.
No, we are an asset light company. No manpower is on our payroll.
So we single driver can drive only for 12 to 14 hours.
Sir, 50% it will be on case to case basis as the business grows up. The idea is to increase the volume of the car. Right now it is 12 to 14 hours, so it may go to 15 to 20 hours usage, and there may be increase of supervisor strength only.
Okay, so the same person will continue to drive the car.
Yeah.
No. Chirag, I think you're confusing the two things. One, I fully I get your point. How much asset am I going to squeeze? Correct?
Yeah.
Right now, my asset utilization is 12 to 14 hours. You're perfectly right in a single driver model. Okay. There is a certain amount of reluctance that happens on an owner driver model where a guy doesn't want to give, he wants to have a car serviced for a longer period of time. कोई भी चाहता है कि मेरी गाड़ी 4 साल, 5 साल, 6 साल अच्छी तरह से चले.
Yes.
So we are creating a set of, the people who have been with us, we are creating a set of fleet which will probably run 24, the robust type of a vehicle. Like we know the Ertiga or we know the Xylo, the Innova Krista has the capacity to take that, it can take that fatigue factor. Yes. Since we are an asset light thing, we will encourage our driver partners to focus on one more driver in his car and compensate him accordingly.
Understood. Second question was on the leased cars that we have. So how many cars out of the total fleet are leased, and for how much duration have they been leased for?
No, right now we don't have any leased cars or nothing. We are getting into a leased car. We are the next fleet will be leased fleet.
So give it an example. ठीक है, अपन ने अपने पास समझो कुल मिला के 1500 कार्स है, ठीक है, उसमें से अपने 300 कार ही खुद की है, बाकी की 1200 कार किसकी है?
एसेट लाइट मॉडल है वो, एग्रीगेटर मॉडल.
So we
इसको अटैचमेंट मॉडल बोलते हैं, चिराग.
ओके, अंडरस्टूड.
या आपके पास गाड़ी है, आप मेरे पास आते हो, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे गाड़ी लगाते हो, मैं अटैच कर लेता हूँ उसको.
Okay, understood. Thanks. Also, last question before I get back into the queue. How do you plan to use the 30 crores of cash?
I think that is clear. That's mentioned in the RHP, no? And I think that cash flow is there.
Okay, so we are on track to use for that only.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Also on the balance sheet part, like previous participant also mentioned about the other asset breakup, I needed. So that is why, if you have that handy, if you can share it.
That my finance team can take over here.
Can you repeat the question, Chirag?
Balance sheet, there is a 12 crores of other asset on your balance sheet. Am I right? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the on-billed revenue. The revenue of March 2024 has been recorded in the month of April 2024. That's the reason we have booked it to finalize the financial statement.
Fair enough. Thanks. That was helpful. I will get back in the queue.
Sure, Chirag, thanks.
Next question is from Prathamesh Hirve. Sir, I have unmuted your line. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Hello, hi, I am audible.
Yes.
Yeah, Prathamesh, you are.
Yeah. Good set of numbers, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you, Prathamesh.
Yeah.
You will be
all
even
together-
better next year.
Yeah. All the best for that, sir. Sir,
Thank you.
1500 जो टोटल कार है, इसमें सर ईवी कितना है अपने पास में और डीजल या पेट्रोल कितना है, डीजल पेट्रोल गैस?
प्रथमेश साहब, अभी ईवी तो सिर्फ 30 ईवीज है, क्योंकि हमने ईवी का लर्निंग हमारे पास भी था। बाकी सारे कार जो है अभी जो फ्लीट में चल रही है वो सारी फ्यूल बेस्ड है।
ओके। और सर ये ईवी बेस्ड में मतलब हम लोग इस पे क्या मतलब एसेट जो हम यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं उसमें मार्जिन्स में ऐसा कुछ आपको अलग फील आया? जैसे इबिट्टा मार्जिन अपना कुछ ब्लेंडेड 15% के आसपास है। सो ईवी जब हमने चलाया तो हमने क्या नोटिस किया, मतलब कितना मार्जिन एक्सपांशन या क्या स्टोरी प्ले आउट हो रहा है वहाँ पे?
ईवी स्टोरी इज अ गुड स्टोरी। ईवी इज अ गुड स्टोरी। मार्केट अभी ईवी को रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहा है, हायर रेट्स वगैरह देके उसी पे हम कैपिटलाइज करेंगे।
राइट। गोइंग फॉरवर्ड सर हम 3-4 साल में क्या देख रहे हैं, मतलब जैसे मार्जिन एक्सपांशन आप कह रहे हो कि आने वाले टाइम में होगा, तो इसका मेजर कंपोनेंट क्या रहेगा?
मेजर कंपोनेंट मिक्स फ्लीट, मिक्स्ड ऑपरेशंस का रहेगा। B2B, B2C, इवेंट मैनेजमेंट, गवर्नमेंट बिजनेसेस, इंटरसिटी, इंट्रासिटी, ये सारी रहेंगे।
ओके। और सर
आप जैसे प्रथमेश साहब, आप जैसे इन्वेस्टर्स होंगे तो मैं तो 1000 करोड़ पहुंच जाऊंगा।
जरूर सर, हम तो हमेशा आपके साथ में रहेंगे, हम भी देखना चाहेंगे वो फिगर।
बस थैंक यू।
या सर कोई भी न्यू कस्टमर जब हम ऑन रोल करते हैं तो ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कैसे प्ले आउट होता है, मतलब इसमें हम लोग को कब पेमेंट मिलता है, पेमेंट साइकिल कब चलता है, प्राइस एस्केलेशन के क्लॉज क्या क्या होते हैं, वो थोड़ा बहुत आप बता पाएंगे?
नॉर्मल इंडस्ट्री स्टैंडर्ड्स है प्रथमेश साहब। नॉर्मल इंडस्ट्री देखो, हमारी इंडस्ट्री में कोई ऐसा कुछ आता ये नहीं है। कोई कहीं 30 डेज का पेमेंट टर्म्स होता है, कहीं 60 डेज का होता है। कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 3 साल से 5 साल तक के होते हैं।
ब्लेंडेड क्या रहेगा सर, मतलब अगर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टाइम पीरियड और पेमेंट कब तक आता है, मतलब वर्किंग कैपिटल कितना लगता है अपना?
वो हमारे 3 to 5 years का टाइमलाइन है कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग का। वर्किंग कैपिटल का आपको हमारे शिवा सर देंगे।
ओके। और सर हम लोग का जो बड़ा क्लाइंट है, जो उसका परसेंटेज शेयर क्या है अपने रेवेन्यू में?
प्रथमेश साहब, मेरे लिए सारे क्लाइंट्स बड़े हैं।
राइट, बट टॉप 5 कस्टमर्स में जो टॉप 1 रहेगा वो कितना परसेंट लेता है, मतलब 119 करोड़ में कितना परसेंट वो होल्ड करता है?
ऑलमोस्ट अबाउट 24-25%।
ओके। सर ये आपको रिस्क नहीं लगता है कि एक ही कस्टमर के ऊपर?
नहीं, रिस्क नहीं लगता। आप एक देखो, हर एक का दो साइड ऑफ द कॉइन, आई मीन हर कॉइन का दो साइड है, एक रिस्क है, एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है.
राइट.
राइट. ओके, आप सही
Right.
कह रहे हो. ओके, कोविड सबके लिए रिस्क था.
हम्म.
तो वो हिसाब से यस, अभी हम उसको रीबैलेंसिंग कर रहे हैं. ये हमारा जो पैन इंडिया प्रेजेंस है ना,
हम्म.
हमारा पैन इंडिया एक्सपेंशन जो मॉडल है अभी, ओके, वो कंप्लीटली इसी बेसिस पे है कि हम बाकी के हमारे क्लाइंट्स को इस लेवल पे लेके आएंगे. उसका ऑलरेडी वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस शुरू हो गया है, जो आपको आने वाले 6 महीने के बैलेंस शीट में दिखाई देगा. और अभी हमारी टीम आपको कमिट कर रही है कि हम आपको मंथ टू मंथ देने वाले हैं, तो उसमें भी आपको दिखाई देगा.
राइट. तो अभी प्रेजेंटली सर अपना महाराष्ट्र बेस्ड एक्सपोजर रहेगा, राइट, मोटा मोटा?
यस, हेडक्वार्टर महाराष्ट्र बेस है, ज्यादा कंपोनेंट महाराष्ट्र से आता है.
ओके, कितना % के आसपास रहेगा, और ये आने वाले 3-4 साल में आप कितना करोगे जियोग्राफी वाइज? थोड़ा बहुत, मतलब बैंगलोर नोएडा में हमने स्टार्ट कर दिया है ना, तो 2022-23 में कितना था, 24 में कितना % हुआ, ये थोड़ा आइडिया दे पाओगे जियोग्राफी टर्म्स में?
सर सारा का सारा फोकस हमारा पैन इंडिया लेवल पे ही रहेगा सर.
ओके, तो मोटा मोटा इक्वली
आप
डिस्ट्रीब्यूट
ये मान के चलो ना प्रथमेश साहब, आप ये मान के चलो हमारा 40% जो ग्रोथ आएगा, वो सारा का सारा ग्रोथ है वो बाहर से वहीं से आएगा.
ओके, सुपर सर, फैंटास्टिक.
यस सर.
ओके, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू, ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू सर.
Next question is from Keshav Harlalka. Sir, I have unmuted your line. Please go ahead and ask the question.
Hi, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. I really appreciate it. Thank you to Nitin Chanbag sir and R.C. Patil sir for a wonderful set of numbers. So right at the start, you were mentioning about inorganic growth opportunities. So can you tell us whether there is any opportunity in the pipeline, and how are you looking to fund that inorganic growth opportunity if you're having one? Are you looking at any preferential issue of shares?
No, Keshav Saab, right now we are not reached that level. As I said, our focus is the right fit.
Okay.
Okay. Because at the end of the day, I have to report to my shareholders, which, I don't want to just be in a hurry to pick up anything left, right, and center and, face the consequences of a bad fit, which is unfortunately happened in almost all industries. Correct me if I'm Keshav Saab, I'm sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Keshav Saab, right?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I would like to, because we have an independently run company for the last 21 years. So, as I said, our complete focus, जितना ध्यान हम अपनी कंपनी में नहीं देंगे, उससे 2 गुना ध्यान हम जिस कंपनी को एक्वायर करेंगे उस पे देंगे. और जहां तक रहा कहां से उसका फंडिंग आएगा, तो ये मेरी टीम है, आरसी साहब है, आप जैसे इन्वेस्टर्स है, आप जैसे शेयर होल्डर्स है, हम आपके पास आएंगे, पता नहीं कैसे आएंगे. अभी फिलहाल तो हम इसी मोड पे बैठे हुए हैं कि हम आइडेंटिफाई करें and then we'll come back. Is that okay, Keshav sir?
Now, yeah, I got that. Now, can you, this may be a slightly longer answer, but can you just, because we've not even got an investor presentation, can you talk about your diesel vehicles, what you're having, unit economics, and when do you intend to replace those diesel vehicles which you're having? And is there right now in the EV space, we are only having a Tata Tigor which is costing 12 lakhs. And that Tata Tigor hardly gives us 150 to 175 kilometers on one charge. So if we get a electric vehicle which is a better value for money proposition, so will we say 2 years going forward, will we be looking to replace our diesel fleet with EV fleet if we get that? Can you give us some sense of what your unit economics are? When do you replace cars? What do you get when you replace? Because obviously the car would have a value after 5 years also. So would you be replacing it, or do you make it run for another 2 years and then you replace it? And are you having a thought process of replacing your diesel vehicles with EV vehicles?
Keshav Saab, with the permission, see, I think we have, you perfectly pointed out saying that it would be a longer answer. Now our coordinators, Kirin Advisors, they have timed it out for 1 hour. I would love to give you. I like to talk. I would love to chat with you for 5 hours. But the point is, I think other participants are there. I would request my finance team to send it across to you on a personal email ID or in a public platform.
Can we have it on as part of our investor presentation, because it has not yet come out? So can you talk about what the thought process is, anything that, to all of us?
So, RC Saab and Shiva sir, can you take this over, please?
Yes, Mr. Keshav, we are going to provide the details in our detailed presentation by today day end.
केशव सर, इमीडिएट अभी ये कॉन कॉल होने के बाद हम लोग डिस्प्ले करने वाले हैं, इमीडिएट आएगा.
Got it. Okay, thank you. That's all from my end. Thank you so much.
As we have time restriction, we have only 10 more minutes left. We will keep it one question per participant. Next question is from Aman Goklani. Sir, I have unmuted your line. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Aman, we can.
All right. Firstly, congratulations on the wonderful numbers. I had a question regarding the utilization that you spoke about, that we'll try and utilize our existing fleet better. Are we in touch with any of these cab aggregator companies like Uber, Ola, wherein we can look to give out our cars for them to drive during the off-peak hours for your business? Is that something on the horizon?
Yeah. Aman, we've been approached by both of them, right? And the last 7-8 months, we've had a couple of meetings. Our core focus is going to be dedicated service delivery. As you rightly said, yes, that is a part of our strategy. And having said that, you're bang on. That will be a part of our offerings. We will create our own, or we'll partner with some of the aggregators.
Right. And when you say you will do it yourself, how would that work? Would it would you get into the same service as
there was a particular B2C market that we were not tapping within our existing customers, which is on call and stuff like that. Okay.
Right.
So that is the market, because we were too focused on continuous service delivery. The on-call market is a sporadic but a high margin kind of a thing. So now that our things are in place, we are, as I mentioned to you earlier, it is we are evaluating all these models. We have had now a number of in fact, we have the agreement copies in place from the aggregators in terms of these utilizations. Its only thing is we need to go ahead and take a call on that.
Right. So what stops us from taking a call on this, and do you have a time frame in mind, and would the margins in a business like this be similar to what we operate at currently?
On the ground reality is that the margins offered by the aggregators are too less.
Right.
So having the vehicle squeezed vis-a-vis the margin is honestly a call that I am reluctant to take.
Right.
I'm trying to build a ecosystem where my vehicle does get utilized at a better better numbers, but not at the cost of low margins.
Yes, fair enough. All right, sir, that's my question. Thank you for your time, and all the best for the future.
Thank you, Aman. Thank you.
Now we will take one last question. Next question is from Jitesh. Sir, I have unmuted your line. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, hi sir. Congratulations on great set of numbers. Sir, just wanted to know what is our monthly billing to our customers, if you can share.
My finance team can take over, please.
The current monthly billing is around 12 CR.
Okay.
And only looking at positives.
Okay, and sir, the growth which you have guided, is it from the existing customers or acquisition of new customers? I've missed the earlier call.
No, sorry, I didn't get you. Dinesh
The
sir, can you
growth
just
which
repeat?
you are the growth which you are guiding, is it from the existing set of customers or new geographies or new customers?
No, both. Both.
And sir, are you looking for any price agreement, or what is the price agreement which you have with your clients, and how often you revise them?
The price agreement, see, post-COVID, there was a massive, there was a price, any events like this, which keeping in tune with the market, right? The price agreements are built into the agreements. If there is a vehicle change, for example, now there is a huge price differential from a normal fuel-based vehicle to a EV vehicle.
Okay.
So that's all built into the agreements.
Okay. And sir, next thing is, how many clients are we looking to add, and what quantum of revenue are we expecting? Are we in line?
See, like the client pipeline, there, as I said,
It's number, not the name of client.
numbers would be, I think, 8 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sir, last question, any idea on how can you upsell or cross-sell your products? Because I'm sure there would be a lot of opportunities when the cabs are idle. How you can upsell or cross-sell?
We have appointed advisors to guide us into that, and we are exploring different opportunities where we can look at that kind of a thing. But yes, honestly, I mean, that's not been a focus area. It is more into terms of vehicle utilization and other things. Cross-selling is something that we have not built in. Cross-selling within the gamut of people mobility, yes, that is 100%.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And sir, last question, given the scale which you are guiding, let's say after 1, 2, or 3 years, when the drivers would be so large, so as we are hiring drivers on our own books, so how will you manage these large margins?
No, one sec, Jinesh, please get that. We are an asset-light company. No drivers are on my payroll.
Okay, got it, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jinesh, sir.
Thank you everyone for joining the conference call. If you have any queries, you can write us at research@kirinadvisors.com. Once again, thank you everyone for joining the conference call.
I just want to make a closing note. On behalf of Shree OSFM E-Mobility, I thank every one of you for taking out time and asking pertinent questions. We may have missed some questions, but we are always available to answer all your queries in detail. You can reach out to us on an email ID. And our presentations will be by day end, will be uploaded on the site.
Yeah, thank you, Shiva sir, and thank you all the participants. Thank you, Kirin Advisors, for organizing this. And my commitment to the participants is, you want, the proof of pudding is in eating it. Let's meet earlier than that, 6 months. We are going to put it in place, a guidance system, maybe or on a monthly basis. And maybe 6 months down the line, I think, not maybe, 6 months down the line, we will be, whatever that we've talked, and if you all remember, and, you would have probably crossed that also. So thanks all. Thank you all for joining on a Wednesday afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Good day.
Good day, sir.
Thank you everyone.